Well, hey guys, it's Catherine. Last week I did a Facebook Live video where I used some of the Stamp of Approval Lovely Notes collection and some Selective Stamping, and I made some kiss cards. So I made these three, and they are one layer cards, and I thought I would use the same idea with the Selective Stamping and the cute little birds and make a stepped up card for you today. If you haven't gotten your hands on the Lovely Notes collection yet, we are getting close to a sellout. This is our biggest collection ever, and when I say biggest, I mean the most products. We have 5 stamp sets, 1 background stamp, and 2 sets of dies. We also ordered more than we ever have before. Our last box sold out in 33 hours, so we got a bigger supply this time. We do have a few left, but we're getting down to the bottom of the pile now, so make sure you get your order in before we put up that sold out page. All right, let's get stamping. Selective stamping. Just because your stamp comes like this doesn't mean you have to use it like that. So this is the fill in the blank birthday. This is in the Lovely Notes collection. If you are watching after we're sold out, this will be available much later this fall in my store. All right, so I'm going to just pick it up with my Misty, and I have some Post-it tape here. So I'm just going to pull off a little bit, and I'm going to cover what I don't want stamped. Use my black ink pad, pull off the Post-it tape, and stamp. And because I'm using my Misty, if I didn't get it dark enough or as dark as I would like, I can do it again. Everything looks pretty good. The black could be a little bit darker on there, so I'll just give it a second pass. Now I have Fabulous and Amazing blank, so I can go back here and I can pull any of these words: mother, teacher, daughter, brother, friend. I can even do son-in-law, step nephew, stepdaughter. Lots of variations on this. Now here is the Lovely Flowers stamp set, and I'm going to take the Your Lovely and I'm going to add to the sentiment. So I'm going to take my Post-it note or my Post-it tape, and I'm going to cover up Your and just ink the Lovely. Now these two words are separated enough. I might be able to get in there with my ink pad and just do the Lovely, but I'm not going to chance it. So now we've got Lovely, Fabulous, and Amazing. I'm going to use these adorable little birds from the Wonderful Wreath stamp set, and we're going to do a little rock and roll. Pretty much my favorite color combination right here, turquoise and orange. So I'm going to do some rock and roll. I'm inking up the light color, and then I'm rolling my stamp onto the darker ink pad, and that will give me a blended stamped image. Now I did have some questions about this technique. If you go from a light color to a dark color, you don't have to worry about contaminating your ink pads. You don't want to go darker into the lighter though. We'll do the same with the orange, and then I'm just going to cut out these little birds. So here's this little bird stamp, and I wanted to show you how if I just stamped him right here, he's pointing down, but I want to do the music notes and make him kind of be going up like this. So if I cut him out, and then I'm going to stamp the little feet later, I think that'll work. So let's see. I think if I use my Misty, I will be most successful. So we're going to have one bird singing to the other. So that'll go right about there. And I want to add some more colors in here. So I'm going to try some pink. Oh, there we go. So I have my birds kind of positioned on here the way I want them to go. And I'm just going to ink up the little feet of this guy. He's going to be standing on the L. And then this little bird will do his orange feet, and he'll be standing on the Y. I've added dimensional adhesive to the back of the birds. We are adding them to the card front. Angled this guy up so that he has the music coming out of his beak. Oh my gosh, so cute. I'm gonna get a little head start on the school year, and I'm gonna do teacher. I'm going to emboss it in white on black, and then we'll cut it out and pop it up on the card layer, just like I did on the kiss cards. I've cut out teacher, put some dimensional adhesive on the back, and we'll just slide it right in here. And then we got to decide what we're going to do to the rest of the card. So here's a look at the clean and simple version again, and I've already stepped this up, but I'm looking for ways to step it up even more. So I'm looking around my stamp room and I have some pieces that I've worked on before laying around, and I'm thinking about using them on this card. So I have this. This is the Lovely Lattice background stamp. This is in the Lovely Notes Stamp of Approval collection. And I did some white embossing, or actually it is white embossing. And then I sponged Distress ink over and sprayed it and let the colors kind of run and move together. And I thought, it's just been kind of sitting on my table waiting for a project. So I thought, what if I just cut off part of it and use it on the card like this? So that, yeah, I think I'm going to add that. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm taking the Concentric Circles die, and it has an outer layer, and I want to cut out this front panel. And yes, it probably would have been a good idea to cut this out first. It's going to smush down my birds a little bit, but I think they will probably pop back and they'll be all right. And we'll run this through. Ah, my birds are not smushed down. Now this was a little thick to run through, so I'm just going to give it a little bit of help with some scissors and I'll be all set. I wrapped a piece of baker's twine around the layer, and I cut a piece of black, and I just used my corner chomper to cut off the ends or to round the corners. Now I could be done with the card as is, and I might just be, but I wanted to try something else. I have the Concentric Circles die, and I cut out a piece of white cardstock. I just took my Rosebud ink pad. I did a little direct to paper to color the paper the same color as the ink in my project. And so I have these little pieces here, and I thought I would play with them and see if I want to add them to this project. I did this on a video for Stamp Nation, just this little piece here as an accent, and I thought it came out really cute. So you can take these and just kind of put them in here like this, just layer them back in, or maybe you want to do it on the side. There's so many different things you could do with this die. I was also thinking, what if I just trim this piece right here? Now I've got a bunch of kids in the house doing some crafts in the other room. Can you hear them singing? We can have it poking out like this. I don't know. I don't know if I want to add that, but I think I'm going to save this idea for another card. I'm just going to put these aside, and maybe I'll keep stamping after I finish this one, but I think I'm just going to assemble this card as is. I'm going to take some mounting tape. I want this top layer to pop up. So I just adhered this black to the white, and we'll put this on top. Now, if you are viewing on YouTube, make sure to hop over to my blog, KatherinePooler.com. I will add the link here so you can see photos of this, and also subscribe to my newsletter if you haven't already. I send out exclusive tutorials and lots of updates and news and stuff like that. Subscribe to my channel, like this video if you like it, and I'll see you again soon.